Hey, what's up? What's up? Joe Vegas back with another review. Kelly Clarkson. She started her brand new residency this weekend here at in Las Vegas at the Planet Hollywood. The beautiful thing for me, I'm proud of myself. I've never become a music snob. I am pretty much willing to go see anybody live as long as, the cost is right and the timing is right. And there's a lot of choices here in Vegas on what to see. The last night I went to Smashing Pumpkins. Tonight I had a couple different options laid out, and I kind of went with this one because you hit a sweet spot sometimes where, depending on who you're going with, the price is right on the ticket, where the seats are, like all of it kind of comes together, and it's usually last minute. And you just kind of go where the forces take you. So Kelly Clarkson would never honestly be at the top. I don't have anything against her at all. Kelly Clarkson normally wouldn't be at the top of my list of shows I want to see on a Saturday night in Vegas. But it was the best option at the best price. I have a lot of respect for her. What she's done is pretty incredible. She really paved the way. No one before, there wasn't really talent. I guess there were star searches and stuff like that. But she clearly is one of the most successful people to come out of an American Idol type show. She was the first winner and just never turned back. She just kept going, and she's done a good job of building her own career and not being known as that girl who won American Idol. She's drifted now into television. She's gotten incredibly popular. And, one thing I kept thinking throughout the night is, how the fuck do I know all these songs? There were probably 7 songs that I want to say I knew every word, but I knew the songs. And I kept thinking throughout the night, how's that possible? I never went to my room and asked, my I don't want to say her name because she's going to turn on, but my Alexa to play me Kelly Clarkson. I've never gone on YouTube at work and put on a Kelly Clarkson playlist. So how the fuck do I know all these songs? And I know they're in commercials and stuff like that, but I don't know. I couldn't figure out how the heck I know all this stuff. So anyway, I figure, fuck it, let's go see her. I was watching this YouTube video. You see these videos come up on your algorithm sometimes, and they're like, biggest hits from 1987. And one thing I always see when those things come on is even though, the rock and roll stuff was there, back in the day, we had that stuff that you liked, but you also had Michael Jackson, and you had Whitney Houston, and you had Madonna, and there was this huge spectrum of music in the 80s, even in the 90s. And you look back now and you're like, God, Madonna was so good back then. Whitney Houston was so good back then. And it was this great, we had this kaleidoscope of music that the rock stuff was great. The pop stuff was great. It worked. Now I feel like music's segmented so hard that this rap shit that's on the radio now it's just, some of it's good, but most of it is just garbage. It's really garbage. And I'm not saying that as an old man. It's really garbage. I don't know how this stuff's going to stand. There's stuff now that's awesome. I don't want to get into it, but I can quote you lyrics for some of these fucking songs now. It's just fucking. It's not even music. But there are these shining lights, and there are Taylor Swifts and Ed Sheerans, and I'm going to put Kelly Clarkson, even though she's older already, but you can't knock this music because the world of music needs it. It can't be, there has to be these universally likable artists, and Kelly Clarkson is definitely one of them. So she's starting her new residency at Planet Hollywood. Good for her. Congratulations. If you can hit it out of the park with these residencies, you're not that she's not set for life, but it's such a great gig, especially from someone like her who's a mother, who you have a steady place, you don't have to travel, and you can make a lot of money, and your fans love it. They get to come from all over the world to come see you and have a great weekend in Vegas. So there's nothing like this. Kelly is incredibly likable. That's what I realized last night. And you understand why she's so popular. Honestly, it's she's a very down-to-earth, likable, everyday person who basically hit the lottery. She didn't hit the lottery because she's incredibly talented. But, she just had an opportunity and ran with it. And it's very relatable. It's everybody's kind of dream for that. So let's get into the set list. She did say that she is going to change out certain songs every night. I think it's similar to I can't believe I know this stuff. It's similar to what Taylor Swift is doing. I think she picks 3 or 4 or 5 songs in her set list and swaps them out every night for deeper cuts and fan requests and stuff like that. And it sounds like she really listens, the way she was talking, that she really listens to her fans. And when specific people ask her to play specific songs, she really considers it. So Let's get into it. As far as the show goes, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but given the residencies I've seen there in the past, the Miranda Lamperts and Christina Aguilera's and I don't know, Carrie Underwood, they have more of a production. There's a lot of costume changes, a lot of fire, a lot of monitors, it's a show. It's a big show. And I thought that's what I was going to get from her, but I didn't. And that's when I realized she don't need it. I mean, not that Carrie Underwood or any of these women don't need it either, or men even for that regard. Some people just get on stage and sing their ass off, and that's all the fans want, and some make it more of a production. She chose, I'm just going to sing my ass off. I don't think she did any changes to her voice. I think she actually, when she came out for the encore, she definitely loosened up and dressed down. But the rest of it, there were no wardrobe changes. There was no crazy pyrotechnics or anything like that. It was a real, give me a fucking microphone and let me sing my songs to my fans. And that's what it felt like. And she can sing, and she's really, like I said, lovable and personable, and that's cool. I mean, there's something really to be said about that. So let me get into the set list. Favorite Kinda High. Again, I'm shocked at how many songs I knew. Behind These Hazel Eyes, which I think was a big hit for her. I knew that one. My Life Would Suck Without You. I definitely knew that one. The Trouble with Love Is. I Hate You. And then I looked at the set list from the night before. The night before, she did a Harry Styles song. And I guess at this spot in the show, every time she's going to change it out and do a different cover. So she did a cover of Gail's ABCDEFU, which I knew that song too. It's a good song. She killed it. I think she said she changed some lyrics. I don't know. But it was good. It was good. Lighthouse, Catch My Breath, which I think, again, was another big hit of hers that I knew. Because of You, I knew that one. Breakaway. Okay, so I had a comment on this one. So I actually knew this song. I actually like this song. I actually think it's her best song. I think it's so well written and it's so emotional. And I think this was probably one of my biggest criticisms of the show. She blew it. I don't know why she picked this song. I know it's a big thing now to go into the crowd. Adele does it. Keith Urban does it, where you do like a little lap through the general admission and through the crowd, and while you're singing a song. Seal did it when I was there. I just think you got to pick a better song to do it. This is a real emotional ballad, and one of her best, and one of that shows off her strength and her voice and all that shit. And that was the song she decided to walk off the stage and walk through the crowd. So here you have this emotional song, and every 30, 40 seconds, she's like, oh my God, I love your hair. She's singing and she's like, oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, look at your eyebrows. Oh my God, happy birthday. And she's hugging people, and it takes away from the power of a song. You have this bullet in your arsenal. You have this breakaway song that connects with people, and people love you for it. They don't want to hear you hugging people in the crowd and wishing them happy birthday in the middle of the lyrics. Pick a different song. Pick a more upbeat song. That is a song that you can, light the stage right, show off your voice, strip it down. You don't even have to strip it down. It's good enough on its own, and really blow people away. So I think, and Kelly, if you're listening or someone's listening, I would switch which song you walk into the crowd with. That is a song that people came for. That is a song that people want to connect with. And you kind of fuck up that whole song by walking through the crowd and being like, oh my God, I love your hair. Oh my God, your dress is so pretty. No, fuck that. That's a big mess up as fun, and it's misguided, and I hope someone hears it, and I hope other people maybe can complain about it, and they can change that. Love So Soft, Walk Away, Whole Lotta Woman, Red Flag Collector, Medicine, first time she's played that since 2018. Can I Have a Kiss, first time since 2007 she's played that. That's the part of the show where she said that she's taking old fan requests, and that's why she's saying those. Mine, Heartbeat Song, Invincible, and I think that's where she ended the show. She ran to the side stage. She put on a little more comfortable of an outfit, came back on and did Miss Independent, Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You, and Since You've Been Gone. Those three, obviously, I know those are some of her biggest songs. And, it's a really... The one thing I was surprised on the set list, and I don't know why, there's got to be a reason for it. She didn't sing that song from American Idol, The Moment Like This. I think that's what it's called. Again, I don't care. I don't cry about it, but I just didn't understand it. That was a song that really launched her whole career. Either she's completely trying to erase herself from American Idol, which I don't think so, because she mentioned it once or twice in the show. But maybe it's roaded. Maybe she got to pay a lot of money to play it live. I'm not sure. But I thought it was pretty surprising she didn't play that, especially with these residencies. They seem to be this summary of someone's career when they do this. It's like a trip down their whole career. So surprised, but what can you do? She didn't play it, so she must have her reasons for it. But all in all, it's a good show. It was pretty much exactly what I expected. I'm happy I went. Oh, as far as tickets, so I like to talk about how I paid for tickets. So it was pretty expensive. I know it was opening weekend, but I was looking. The Ticketmaster tickets were $199 and $299. They weren't really coming down in the secondary market, probably because these are all of her fans that are coming out for this opening weekend. So I wasn't really going to go at all. It wasn't even on my radar. And then at about 4 or 5 o'clock, the day of the show, and Ticketmaster seems to be doing this a lot, they released more tickets, full rows of tickets. I mean, these must have been comped. They must have been from the band. They must have been from the casino, because at that time I saw probably 4 different full rows in the lower 200 sections come up. And the tickets were $199, and they were $99. They were $199 the whole week. So not only did they release a bunch of tickets, but they chopped them in half. And at $99, all of a sudden this show became appealing to me. So we grabbed them, but the whole row was empty. It was completely empty. So it was awesome. It couldn't have been more comfortable. We were dead center, section 203, off a little bit maybe to the side, with an empty row, and paid $99 a ticket. And I know everybody around me paid $200 plus fees. So worked out pretty good there. But all in all, it's a really solid show. For me, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not something I'll remember the rest of my life. I've seen her once before it was at a Shaq charity event. And I actually filmed a scene from that where Shaq came on stage, and I think they did Since You've Been Gone. That was on my older channel before they shut me down, but that was my most watched video. I had like 1 million hits on it. It was one of the most watched videos. It got picked up by a bunch of blogs. It was a great video. If I can find it quickly, maybe I'll add it at the bottom to this. But I saw her. She just sang a few hits and left. I thought she was great. I thought she was great last night. 8.5 out of 10 for me. Solid show. Leave some comments, subscribe, and I will see you at the next show. Bye-bye.